Cloud everywhere this morning. I wonder if we'll see anything of the sun disk. Welcome everybody. Last evening we had our first rain. Do you think we'll see the sun? So if we don't see the sun today, you get ready to be sunshine for your family. This is a Mexican group here, and they're listening to a meditation that Father Juan prepared for them. An introduction for first-time pilgrims here at the Holy Land at the time of sunrise. So they have to believe there's a sun rising. Some people have their meditation together, and others sit down with their Bible and ponder and are inspired. And some people see the live stream live together and comment together, and other people see it later and they ponder the scripture in their own home. And they're still united with everybody, praying for their family, praying for people. Maybe today they're praying about the thought of unity. And maybe they're praying about the Psalm 24. Lord, this is the people that longs to see your face. Whether we're alone or together, this is the people that longs to see your face. Isn't that a wonderful longing? Longing to see the face of God. And God said to Moses, you will not see my face, you will see my back. That's how we saw those people as well. We saw them from their back. We didn't want to expose them on the camera. And so there's that deep longing to see God face to face. And that's one of the prayers we have for the dead. May perpetual light shine upon them. May they contemplate your face. That is the perpetual sunrise. Our sunrise here is just an introduction to the joy and the delight we will have on beholding God's face. And we're made in His image and likeness. A bit more light up there now. Let's see what happens. And then how do we find the face of God today here? There's no sunrise, and God doesn't appear to us in a visible, physical way. God is pure spirit. And there's a very big clue in the first reading of Ephesians in the beginning of chapter 4. It's really fascinating. I just love this letter more and more. Here we have a prisoner, somebody who's in prison. And he doesn't say, I'm a prisoner of the Romans. He doesn't say, I'm the prisoner of people who hate me. He says, I'm a prisoner of the Lord. And that's a marvelous thing. It's because of his love for the Lord that he's in prison. But also, I think there's also a possibility to see that he is thinking that God has allowed this. So the Lord, in his providence, knows very well that he's in prison. Hey, there's a little bit of the moon up there still. I don't know if I can get it in this little camera. Oh, there it is. The moon isn't... okay, I'll bring it to the center of the screen so it makes it easy to find. So there you have the moon. Thanks for all those blue bubbles. Or little likes there. That brings in people's attention to it. It keeps Facebook happy. And there we have people from all over. Avid from Malaysia, Jovi from Canada, Pauline, I think you're from Ireland, right? Daniela, I'm not sure, that looks like Italian name, but who knows where. Deborah and McCaffrey, that looks like Ireland as well. Ernesto, is that Mexico? Australia, Galway, Philippines, from all over. Here from Israel, Australia again. I don't remember everybody else, forgive me, my brain isn't working well this morning. Well, I'd have to work very well to remember everybody. You see, in a way, you're the sunshine of this morning as well. All you participants, you're the sunshine of, you're the sunrise for each other. And that's what the reading goes on to talk about, because Paul talks about the unity of spirit, to strive to preserve the unity of the spirit through the bond of peace. And isn't that a challenge in a family with a bunch of siblings and the big bottle of Coke is almost empty? To preserve the unity of spirit. Imagine this tree without unity, from the roots that are invisible under the ground to that powerful trunk, to each little branch and each little leaf. And it's all working in unity. It withstands big storms. It's a home for many birds. It's not a fruit tree, it's eucalyptus. The unity of a tree. And then the unity of a bird flying with the wings and the movement, the eyes watching, the ears hearing. Don't have any birds for you right now, but we have seen lots of them. With the unity in a family, there we have a little bit more light now. One body and one spirit. Now obviously he's talking about this new family, those baptized who are following the Lord. And what a challenge it is for us to keep unity. We got a little intruder in our space here. And we experience and know about so much division. It's so challenging to maintain a community over a period of time together. Imagine the wars that were here up in those caves against Herod the Great. And that was long before the Romans came to destroy. And they already had come to to help one of the Hasmoneans against his brother, because he sent help. He said, Romans, would you like to help me? Yeah, sure. And their principle was divide and conquer. Divide and conquer. And we already had that passage in the chapter 12. We're at the end of chapter 12 today in Luke's Gospel. No sign of the sun, people. What are we going to do? So let's just read that again. In order to have unity, there are some other words ahead of this. I urge you to live in a manner worthy of the call you have received, with all humility and gentleness, with patience, bearing with one another through love. With all humility and gentleness. Humility is so hard for me. I'm not sure about you. And patience. Patience is really one of the greatest expressions of love. It's the first one in that famous list of qualities or expressions of love. Love is patient. And the thing is, you cannot be patient unless you have people that are a problem for you, or a situation that's difficult for you. So love isn't about nice feelings or erotic feelings or emotional feelings. Love can be very hard to be patient. Teacher with difficult children, maybe the teacher has a headache, maybe the teacher has problems at home. And the challenge inside the church community, sometimes disputes over doctrine, disputes over policy, over discipline, over adaptations that are needed in a changing world. Patience with each other. Some people see it from one angle, others see it from another. In all kindness, it's so easy to become harsh, to say words that are hurtful. I, a prisoner for the Lord, urge you to live in a manner worthy of the call you have received. So unity is worthy of the call. With all humility and gentleness, with patience, bearing with one another through love, striving to preserve the unity of the Spirit through the bond of peace. And there's so much more in that text. I think we'll be wrapping up now, people. This is the people that longs to see your face. All those beautiful flowers, those bougainvillea, and that's nothing compared to seeing the face of the Lord. Isn't this funny? I didn't even get to the gospel. We have to finish because our time is up, but you just have to read this line. When you see a cloud rising in the west, look what we have over here. Look at all these clouds rising in the west. It would be a pity if I had neglected to comment that today. Now we go to the next line. When you see a cloud rising in the west, you say immediately that it is going to rain. And so it does. Well, it did last night, but who knows if it will rain today. And that's northwest, up toward Lebanon. You know how to interpret the appearance of the earth and the sky. Why do you not know how to interpret the present time? Well, let's take our signal for today to work a little bit on unity. Maybe a family member that's a little bit sad. How can we do something for somebody we didn't talk to for a long time? Send a message. How are you doing? It's been a while. People, we leave it like that for today. I want to go over time. God bless you. See you later, alligator. Do our little selfie moment here. Oh, look, we got some people there in the background. God bless you.